So in this week's Torah portion, I'd like to ask a simple question. Why is it that Pharaoh accepts Joseph's interpretations to his dreams? Pharaoh goes and tells everyone, we know what Pharaoh dreamed, and we know what he told everyone. We don't know how Joseph's interpretations were different to others, and why was it that Pharaoh chose. Once he hears what Joseph has to say, he straight away says, wow, this guy, the word of God, I believe him. What did he say? There's a beautiful Hasidic interpretation that it's King David in Psalms that reveals what it was that Joseph said that made Pharaoh believe him. And it's that if we read closely in what Pharaoh dreamt and what he said, at the very beginning it says that he dreamt that he was above the Nile. But then when he depicts it, when he describes it, he says, I was standing by the Nile, on the riverbanks. And King David tells us, Edut bi Yosef, Sfat lo yadati yishma. Joseph witnessed before Pharaoh, you said you were on the riverbanks, but that's not what I heard. I heard you were above the Nile. And once Pharaoh hears that he knows what he really dreamt, he knows what he didn't want to say, he knows that his interpretation is also going to be divine because there's no other way to explain it. Second question, how is it that Joseph was able to interpret it? Why is it that God is on Joseph's side? And here I want to share with you what I think, this beautiful idea that I was once taught, that Joseph supposedly has a very tragic history. He has all the reason in the world to look at life in a pessimistic way because one tragedy after another befalls him. His brothers want to kill him, they throw him into a pit, he almost dies from ferocious animals. He's then sold, he's then blamed of a crime he didn't commit, and he's thrown into prison. And in this dark, dark moment, where he has all the justification to just sulk and be upset, he finds the inner strength, like the candles of Hanukkah, to light up the faces of Pharaoh's bartender and chief baker when they're also thrown into prison. Joseph sees them and says, why the sad faces? Why are you upset? How did he find this inner strength to say, why are you upset? It's this positive thinking, this way to look at everything and say there is always things that happen for a reason, that I think God chooses Joseph. And from that point on, the way he views Pharaoh's dreams, like he views life, is through truth and through an ability to see the positive, even in difficulties, much like Hanukkah candles that light up a lot of darkness. Thoughts on the Torah portion of Miketz from beautiful Morgan Hill. Shabbat Shalom.